Alright, YouTube, it's G7. I know I haven't checked in with you guys in a while, giving you guys an update, but the reality of it is it's just been crazy over here. And so much is going on since the last time I posted a video about this truck. Anyway, I made a bunch of videos as I was doing the work for the things that I did for you guys, to show you guys, but it's been so crazy I haven't even had time to upload them. So what I'm going to do now is let you guys see all the updates so you can catch up to where the project is. Now, the original goal was just to spend a solid week on this truck. 7 full days, every day on the truck. But it's just, I guess because it's summertime, the shop has just been crazy. Like, people just keep coming. And I'm grateful for that, but that time has been taken away from the truck. So I've been getting time in whenever I can. You know, basically an hour here, 2 hours there. I come early to try to, you know, get some time on the truck before people come. And then I leave late after I'm done dealing with other people. So anyway, it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of update. The brake lines are on. All that kind of stuff is done. I'm going to let you guys just watch so you can see what's been happening. But before I do that, you hear that? Phone's still going off. Speaking of phones, YouTube, I experienced a loss. You guys know how I feel about this phone, right? You know, this phone and I, you guys know, man. But it doesn't work anymore. I can't unlock the screen. I hate smartphones. This is why I'm going back to a flip phone. Look at this. So everybody that's been calling and texting the cell phone in the last week and have not been responding, I have not been ignoring you on purpose. Maybe a couple of you. But not generally, I've not been ignoring you on purpose because I can't unlock the phone. So I actually had to just pick up another phone. And I'm sad about that because it feels like I'm cheating. But I needed a phone, you know. So, yes, I have a working phone. No cracked screen. Even put a protector on this one. Look at that. I'm moving up, right? So, just keep calling the shop. Send emails. Please, you know, I'm trying to get everybody off my cell phone anyway. Because, you know, some of you guys have no boundaries. People really call me and text me at 2 o'clock in the morning to ask me, can I come look at their car? So we gonna stop the cell phone thing in a minute, and y'all just call the shop. But anyway, moving on. Before I show you these videos, I just want to take this time to tell my mother, who is watching this video right now. I want to tell my mother happy birthday. It's my mother's birthday, and I want to tell my mother happy birthday. And you know, it's like you never really can find the words to say thank you other than saying thank you. But Ma, I really, really do appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you have done and continue to do for me. And I absolutely do love you, and I just appreciate you. That's it. There is a Rolls-Royce Corniche in your future. Not this birthday, but it's coming. I'm working on that. Alright? So everybody watch the videos, and I'll see you guys on the next update. Alright? Grand 7 Auto Works at newcarsuck.com. Do you guys see this? No exaggeration. This is the pile of wires. I've just been throwing everything in a pile. These are the pile of wires that all came from the truck. So everything is in here. Here's the extra fuse box that was in there. Here's the switches that were in there. The relay, everything. I mean, I just pulled and pulled wires. So anyway, right now, what I'm doing, you guys see this? This thing looks like a jump rope, right? So this wire, these harnesses right now, what I'm doing is I'm making a new harness for the rear lights. Because as you see, I pulled everything else out. So what I have to do now is wrap these wires up, put them in a loom, and then snake them under the truck to bring it all the way back to the back. Let me show you guys inside too. So the inside has been cleaned up. All the gauges work, radio works, climate control, everything works. You see underneath, it looks much better. Everything is done. I just got to put this cover back on, but you see the switches have been removed. But everything works, including the horn. I mean, everything works. Everything works. So now when I hook up these back lights, oh, by the way, speaking of lights, even the roof lights are working, YouTube. I got everything working. So as soon as I connect this new harness that I'm making now, then I'll have all the backlights working. It's already been connected up front. I just gotta put everything there, and that's it, man. I'll cut you guys back on with the next update. Alright, YouTube, something special is happening right now. So I'm in the shop working, and still working on the dually, and my father came to the shop. And you know, it doesn't happen often because we live in 2 different states, but you know, he knows I got a lot of work over here I got to do, so you know, he offered to come give me a hand for the day. So I'm really grateful for that. Really appreciate that. My father, we'll call him Grant 7 Senior. He is the guy who introduced me to cars. You know, took me to car shows as a kid. I used to watch him fix his car, fix my mother's car. You know, work on his car on Saturdays. He used to make me help. And I used to hate it most of the time because, you know, when you're a kid, you just want to go play. You want to hang out with your friends. You don't be sitting there working on the car. But, you know, this is I guess, what got me to this point where I am today. So I'm grateful for it. And I know some of you guys are grateful for it because I work on your cars. So I got him right now. He's wrapping up the wires in the that I just showed you, that little jump rope from the last video. So he's wrapping that up. So he doesn't even know I'm recording right now. That's why it may sound like I'm whispering. So I'm going to go check on him. He's camera shot too. I'm not going to put him on camera. But I'm going to go check on him. Because I want to capture these type of moments because it doesn't happen often. You know, we're all getting older. So, you know, you got to cherish these type of moments, you know, where you're able to work with your mentor, you know, so to speak. And so I just want to be able to capture this moment today because he's working on, you know, working on my truck with me. No, I'm just trying to, because when I did was I turned the key on and I put it in reverse. It didn't light up, but I don't know if it's going to power up when I run those wires. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm asking. There's a harness that goes. There's a harness like those are not going directly to the bolts.
But there's a harness underneath there.
There's another harness underneath it.
So
it's like a 4-wire harness. That's the harness that you're wrapping up now. That's going to that.
Yeah, but I still said if you turn the switch on, put it in reverse and test it, to find out whether it's the reverse line or not. Even back there.
Test it back there like that?
Yeah, put it in reverse and take your test and put it in the harness. So it sounds like what you're going to do here is you're going to disconnect those wires in the harness and run these new wires, right?
Yeah, but that harness, that's for the tail, the stop, and the left and right turn signals. Yeah, that's what those 4 wires are for. But
before you disconnect the harness underneath there, put in reverse and find
that harness is already gone. That's that power wires over there. That thing is already gone. I don't know if the reverse lights worked before.
Yeah, but you gotta have them.
Yeah, I gotta have them. That's why I was asking. But I don't know if it's gonna happen when I power up back there, because the wires I took off are those over there, that pile. So when I wire these up, I want to make sure.
What color the harness underneath there? What color the wires up in there?
That was the extension cord. That's why I gotta test all these. When I run these underneath, I gotta run the tester to see what each one does, and then wire it up because that's what they had the extension cord going to.
Because you can't tie the backup lights in here, so they're gonna burn all the time.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I just don't know if there's another way that the wire is turned on where it powers up the other wires back there. Like I don't know if the circuit has to be complete for everything to work because it's not up here, so it's gonna run off the safety neutral switch to a degree. The reverse lights normally run off the safety neutral switch. So for this truck, most likely it's under the dash, but it also could be on the side of the transmission. So I just have to check the wires. I just don't know if they work yet, but I need to get the reverse lights working. Those I know are going to work. I tested all of these already. So this will run those colors at the plug are the same colors that came up from here.
Yeah.
That's why I needed to keep track of what colors were going where.
Maybe one of those brown wires in there is the backup light.
No, one was turn. One was brake light.
Well, these should be brake light, turn light, and
yeah, but then there's tip. But one is left turn, right turn,
right,
and then tail light, and then brake light. That's the 4 wires.
Okay, but now you see that?
I gotta find out which wire is going to control reverse.
Well, before you
those will work.
Before you think you run a wire from the brake light and from the backup lights and just touch these and see what happens when you put them in first?
I mean, I could. I just got to see what color it is. I got to see what color the backup light is. That's the only one back there that I didn't do.
Well, in your spool there that you could run for your backup light.
Yeah. No. I mean, I got the wire to do it. I'm just saying that I think that's the only one I haven't tested yet to see if it works. But when I tried to put it in reverse, nothing lit up. But after I run this new harness, I was wondering if... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was nothing but extension cord wires. But the wires at the plug are the same color as the wires they cut under the hood of the bulkhead.
When I think about the extension cord, I remember when I bought my 67 Coronado, I didn't know where the backup, I didn't know where the cutoff switch was. The guy charged me $25 just to put a cutoff switch. That's okay. And the guy took me around to the guy's house. The guy came out of the extension cord and a toggle switch. I said, you got me then. Never forget that.
What year was that?
67, 68.
Oh, yeah. All right.
They ran the wire from the distributor, punch a hole in the glove compartment. Okay. You learn to build. You showed me $25.
$25 in 1968 to do that?
Because, I had just bought the car and I looked, they was putting all these, I never liked the alarm when you turn the key in the fender.
Yeah.
So he said, I know a guy can put a shut-off switch in the car. I said, great. I said, we're going to put that, he can hide in the bottom of the glove compartment. And here he comes.
Alright, I'm going underneath and get ready for that. I was just wondering, I'm gonna check the color.
Where you test light it?
I got it over in the bench. Let me get it. Alright. So YouTube, what you guys just witnessed, because you're probably figuring what happened, maybe I got you on by accident. It's not by accident. Basically what happens is my father's here. So I wanted to capture one of these moments because, we live in different states. We're both car guys, but we never really get the opportunity to work on cars together due to the fact that we live in 2 different states. So I wanted to be able to capture this moment. I don't take pictures. You guys know I'm camera shy. I don't take pictures or nothing like that, but I want to be able to at least have this moment because, we're all getting older. And you know, these are the kind of things I guess you got to cherish, not take for granted. So if at some point in time I had kids, I want to be able to, you know, do the same thing and show them. Maybe I did it with grandpa, if need be. If I don't have kids, I still want to be able to have that for myself. So anyway, you guys witnessed Grant 7 Senior and Grant 7 Junior having a talk. So he's wrapping up the wires from the last video I just showed you. He's wrapping up the harness for me. So I gotta go, because he will start yelling at me in a minute, because he probably think I'm over here on the phone. So I gotta go and get underneath so I can start snaking this wire through. And I'll cut you guys back on with the next update. Alright, so Dad, I know you're watching this, because you know my father's a subscriber also. So I appreciate it. So Dad, I'm going to tell you when I get off the phone and before you leave. But I'm going to tell you then, I'm going to tell you now that I appreciate you coming. And I appreciate everything that you taught me. And I know that my customers do as well. Because if it wasn't for that, I would not be doing this now. And I'm grateful. So appreciate it. And I love you. And enough of the mushy stuff. Let's get back to work. Alright YouTube, so now I'm going to give you guys the roof update. So right now I'm in the process of cleaning up the roof. I'm trying to remove the air horns. I'm taking off the roof rack, getting rid of that antenna. So I got the headliner down in order to take the air horns out. You guys see this? It is all just black silicone that's been on here since the 80s. Now the problem with this, you see, the problem with it is that there are bolts inside the silicone. So now I have to dig through this silicone in order to find the bolts. Now, there's a part of me that's like, just go get the torch, heat it up, let it drip out. I mean, you could do it, I guess, but you also run the risk of a fire. That's one thing. Number two, you don't want to damage anything. I mean, I don't really know if it's anything important up there, but you don't want to damage anything. So I don't know. We'll see. But you see all these globs. There's globs there. There's globs there. Each one of these globs is something that I have to clean up just to get the bolts out, because there are 2 air horns. So now I gotta do all of that and get the antenna. Oh, this is ridiculous. You see, this is how a simple job, like, hey, remove the air horns, turns into a project. I mean, this truck is working me, YouTube, but it's coming together, right? So I got to get this thing off because I'm already started. You know, I need these air horns gone. I'm already dedicated at this point. So take that off, take off this roof rack. I'm still unclear about this wing. I don't know, man. We'll get back to the wing, but it's gotta go, man. Let me cut you guys back on with the next update. All right, YouTube. So what I'm about to do is either going to be really cool or really stupid, or maybe a combination of both. I am actually going to use the torch to try to melt the silicone away. Now, hopefully, I heat it up and it drips down. I'm using this license plate as a drip pan. Do not use cardboard. And hopefully this works out. If not, it's back to scraping. So let's see what happens. So it's not dripping, it appears to be drying it out. So I guess you gotta keep it moving though, because you don't want to burn everything. Hopefully this will either dry it out or it will melting. Something should happen. It looks like it's drying it out. You're about to find out in a minute. All right, let's see. And there's the bolts, YouTube. There's the bolts, YouTube. Ridiculous! Just to remove air horns. I need a torch. Ridiculous. Alright, I'll cut you guys back on. Wait, actually, hold on. Look at this stuff. What kind of silicone is this? I don't know, man. We need some of this 80s silicone. Look at this. Even after the torch, it's still strong. I don't know, YouTube, but we'll see. All right, I'll cut you guys back on with the next update. All right. All right, YouTube, you guys see that the air horns have finally been removed. You know, I never got to play them when they were on the truck because basically what happened is I'm trying to set you guys up here for a second. Basically what happened was, you guys know the wiring was all a mess. They didn't work. So I figured before I throw them up on the shelf or hook them up to my doorbell or something, I said, let's listen to them. Let's see what they sound like. All right, let me put some air to them. Hold on, where's my air line? Now I want them back on the truck. I'm almost kind of mad I took them off. They might be going on the van, YouTube. Alright, stay tuned for the next update. Alright, YouTube, so today is metalwork. Metalwork is a very, very, very labor-intensive task. But I gotta do it. So as you see, these are the holes that were left from the roof rack. I got a bunch of those that go all the way around. These are the holes all left over from the air horns. And I got the holes from the antenna. So I just broke out the welder. I'm going to be getting to this in a little while, plugging all these holes. Also, but before I get to that, I'm working on the rocker panel because it's a lot bigger job than plugging those holes. So as I cut out the rest of the old rocker, that's what this is, and that's what this is. As I cut out the rest of the old rocker, I discovered this. Now this is a hole, see? Now, wasn't really planning on that, but it's there. So now I'm about to make a patch panel. I have to cut this out, and I'm gonna weld in a patch panel to replace that. I got this here. I kind of saw this one, so I knew I was going to have to tackle this one, but I wasn't really planning on that one. So, you know, you see what kind of day this is turning out to be. What I'm going to end up doing, the reason, the corners are fine, so I left the corners on both ends. So what I'm going to end up doing is using this piece, I'm going to measure out from the corners and cut the section out this way on both sides, and then leave the full rocker panel down here. So it's just going to be one piece that's going to slide in. It'll slip between here, and then it'll be a full new panel at the bottom. So what I'm doing right now is taking this metal and cutting out patch panels to weld into here. Listen, don't you guys ever just wish when you're working on something, like right now I'm working on this panel, right? Don't you guys ever just wish that sometimes you could just snap your fingers and the job is done? I mean, I did it all, YouTube. I'm sitting here, I snap my fingers, I clicked my heels together saying, I wish you were fixed. I wish you were fixed. And I opened my eyes and it's still not fixed. I did a lot, you know, lucky rabbit's foot, everything, nothing's working. So apparently the only way this is going to get fixed is by me actually fixing it. But I figured I would ask you guys to do me a favor, you know, because maybe I'm tired, maybe I'm just not strong enough. What I want you guys to do is I want everybody to close their eyes for a minute. Just close your eyes for a minute. Yes, you too, you with the hat on, close your eyes. Close your eyes for a minute. And when I count to 3, I want everybody to snap at the same time. You know, a snap like this, okay? So, it has to happen when I count to 3. Because I figure if everybody that's watching this video focuses at the same time, and you guys, you know, help me out, I'd appreciate that. If everybody focus at the same time and we all try this mind over matter thing and see if by all of us together focusing on wishing this thing was fixed, that if we snapped at the exact same time, maybe the rust repair gods will fix this for me. Because I'm tired, YouTube. It's been a very, very long day. You guys know what kind of hours I do. Help me out, please. All right? We're going to do it right now. You guys ready? I'm going to count to 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. We did it, YouTube. So, look at it. It's beautiful, YouTube. No, seriously, the rocker panel's in. I also took care of this. I cut it out. I put a piece of metal in here. And so now what I got to do, I'm just going to treat that while it's out. It's a little surface rust over here. So I'm just going to treat that while I have the rug and everything pulled back. But this came out beautiful. I just have to hit this with the grinder one more time just to make sure everything is nice and smooth. And then I'm going to put a skim coat. But the spot welds have all been put in along the bottom. The seam is beautiful. Everything lines up beautiful. So remember, like I told you guys, this is one piece. So what I did was I just cut up that patch panel because I actually bought this for a 2-door truck because for the 4-door, they wanted to sell me the whole rocker panel for the whole side. They didn't have a sectioned off front just for the front of a crew cab. So I had to buy the 2-door one and then cut it to make it fit. But it came out nice. I mean, I just have to clean up the welds a little bit and then, like I said, skim it and you won't even be able to tell. But it's beautiful, especially compared to what was up there. So these are all the remnants of what's left. And this is all of the trimming and the cutting and everything that I had to take off just to get that thing to fit beautifully, just like that. All right, YouTube, let me cut you off. I'll get right back with you guys with the next update.